These two coins look almost identical at first glance. Same luster, similar general surface activity. Nothing obviously separating them. One's an MS64, the other is a 65, and many collectors would stop right here. The difference probably isn't what you think. It's not about finding the worst mark. It's not about counting contact points. It's about how your eye reacts across the entire coin. Let's go ahead and start on the obverse, since that's where most people focus on a morgandollar. Now, at mint state 64, this is completely normal. Light chatter, some scattered marks, few small interruptions in the field. The primary focal zone on the obverse is the cheek. Now, take a look right here. You can see multiple contact points and surface abrasions. Some are shallow, more like a rub, and some are slightly deeper. But importantly, none of these are fatal. All right, now we'll take a quick look at the fields. And what you'll notice is pretty much the same thing in the fields. Minor interruptions, nothing really dominating. So at this point, many collectors would be very comfortable that this is a high-grade coin. Based on the obverse, this looks like it should make 65. Nothing here really disqualifies it. But this is exactly where many people get it wrong. Because grading doesn't stop at the obverse. It's not about marks anymore. It's about interruption, but across both surfaces of the coin. Now, watch how your eye moves across the surface of this mint state 64. Look at the cheek. You stop here, then again here. Your eye gets pulled into clusters. That's interruption. Now, watch the surface of the mint state 65. Marks are still present, but your eye doesn't really catch or stop. It just flows. Now, here's where things get interesting, because many collectors either ignore the reverse or assume that it matches the obverse. It doesn't. All right, now let's check out the primary focal areas. Look at how the activity is distributed here. The eagle's breast feathers are in pretty good shape, but on the left wing and the right wing, you've got some impact marks. Out in the field, you've got some minor chatter. In the left field, you've got another little mark. So a similar level of marks, but how are they behaving? On the mint state 64, your eye gets interrupted again. Not once, but multiple times. All right, now take a look at the mint state 65. Again, the marks are there, but they don't really pull your eye. You can scan basically the entire reverse of the coin smoothly. That consistency matters. Because grading is the sum of both sides. And this is where magnification can mislead you again. Because now both coins look worse. Every surface looks aggressive. Every mark looks like it's been exaggerated. But graders are not grading at that level of magnification. They're evaluating how both sides present together, not how bad something looks up close, but how consistently it flows. Okay, let's compress this down. More marks is not what kills the grade. Slightly deeper marks is not what kills the grade. What matters is consistency. And you have to have that consistency across both sides of the coin, obverse and reverse. Because at the end of the day, density beats severity, and consistency beats everything. So, this is why these two coins separate. Not because one side is perfect, but because both sides stay consistent. And once you see that, you start grading differently. Now, watch this same mistake cause a coin to fail entirely.